guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the new foundation from Makeup Revolution. They have a new foundation and concealer. It's called the Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid, and then the same thing with the concealer with hyaluronic and acai. And these are both supposed to be medium to full coverage. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and prime, and for primer I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. This has really been one of the primers that I've been loving, and primers usually don't wow me, but this one, it was bomb. Okay, so while that's setting in, I'm going to go ahead and list the claims for the foundation. Okay, so it says Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Hydrate Foundation has been specially formulated to suit every skin type and tone, but is particularly beneficial for dry skin. With hyaluronic acid, it offers all-day long radiance and glow without settling into fine lines or clinging to dry patches. And it comes in 50 shades. I don't know if you all know, but recently Makeup Revolution updated their previous foundation line's shade range, and they have like half shades now, so it's a really inclusive shade range. Now, the claims for the concealer: it is suitable for everyone looking for a lightweight finish with a boost of moisture, covers blemishes, even skin tones, counteracts dark circles while drenching the skin with moisture, and it's supposed to have a satin finish. Okay, so for the foundation, I got the shade F12, and this was the closest shade that matched me. I went into Ulta, and she shade matched me to the best of her ability. Yeah, and it comes with a pump. I'm going to start off with 2 pumps and see where that gets me. Still looks pretty good. Okay, so this shade looks pretty good. And so here is one side done, and then not done. So I think it covers up blemishes pretty good, but we'll see about covering all of that. Okay, and I did use 2 pumps on this side just to kind of get the coverage that I wanted. So let's see if I can get away with 1 pump, and maybe I was just being, I don't know, greedy. Yeah, I was just being excessive. You only need 2 pumps. If you do one side of your face at a time, just do 1 pump so you don't like continuously pick up, because it is such a like lightweight foundation. And this shade, it's not perfect, but the shades before F12 were too light, and the shades after F12 were too dark. And so this is like my happy medium. Okay? And oh, something else about this foundation. This is my first time trying a Makeup Revolution foundation, but in this particular line, they pull red. The undertones pull more red. There's not really like a yellow undertone, and then there's not really a neutral undertone really either. I saw online that there were a couple like olive undertones, but I prefer a neutral undertone. In the concealer, I got the shade C10, and let's see, it's got a pretty thick doe foot. Okay guys, so this is what my face looks like. Right now, it's not settling into my creases, this concealer. But since it's supposed to be a hydrating concealer, I'm going to set my under eyes, because why allow a disaster to happen if we can prevent it? And I'm going to set my under eyes as well as the right side of my face to see like how this foundation wears and holds up with it being set. And I'm going to apply bronzer, blush, highlight, all that good jazz off camera, and I will just let you guys know how it applies to the side that's not set and how it applies to the side that's set, which side is better, or if it doesn't matter. And yeah, so let's go ahead and set my under eyes. Okay guys, so here is the side set. And not set. I think I like the side that's not set a little bit better. Now I am noticing it kind of settling into this line here, just slightly, and not so much on this side here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will come back to show you my final look, give you my first impressions, and then I will check back in a couple of hours throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, and we'll see how my face holds up. Alright, so I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, so I'm outside, I'm in the car obviously, and I'm sorry if you can hear the air running, but it's like 90 something degrees, feels like 100 and something, so we're gonna keep the air on. Alright, so it is 2:50. Remember, I got done with my makeup at 10:30. So here's what my face is looking like in natural light. Okay, so right now it's 6:12, but I wanted to film this so you can see what my face looks like in natural light. So I've been outside all day for like, how long?
Since 3.
Since 3 o'clock from that first clip. But so I'm a little sweaty, so yeah. But whenever I get back to the house, I'll show you guys what my face looks like. Okay guys, so I'm back. It's now 6:36, and here is what my face is looking like. So let me get my mirror and I will give you guys my final thoughts. Is this foundation long lasting? Yes. As you saw earlier, I was out and about. I went to a barbecue. I was outside for a good 3 hours, and I started sweating, and my face held up really well, especially for the side that like wasn't set. Like, it hasn't really budged at all. Okay, here's what I've noticed. Here's what I see. Okay, so my foundation is breaking up in between my brows. Not sure if you'll be able to see it. It's breaking up like in between my brows. It's not gonna focus for me. And it's also kind of breaking up on my nose. Trying to move off of my nose. It's kind of breaking up underneath my nose. Now, the side that I set in this section around my nose still looks okay, but over here it's gotten kind of patchy and it's breaking up as well. Now, my smile line is not as prominent, so that's pretty good, and everywhere else the foundation looks okay. It's just in my T-zone area in between my brows, my nose, and like the corners, the crevices of my nose and underneath my nose. It's kind of broken up and looks kind of like patchy and blotchy. The side that I set so it looks like nice and smooth, and then this side just still has a nice glow, but the way that my nose looks, I feel like I'm gonna have to set this foundation. It hasn't broke up on my chin or my forehead. Yeah, everywhere else still looks pretty good. Now, let me move on to the concealer. Alright, so for the concealer, I actually like really like this concealer. It didn't crease up a whole lot when I first applied it before I set it, and right now I just have the slightest bit of creasing here and just barely here. And I didn't apply a lot of powder, just kind of lightly set, and I think if I go in with a little bit more powder and just set a little more, that the creasing will be almost non-existent. Almost. There's still going to be creasing no matter what because my eye creases, but this concealer is, and I actually really like it as an eye base as well. My shadow is still on, still looks pretty good, and no creasing on my lids. So yes, right now I actually feel like I like the concealer more than the foundation. I feel like with proper setting that this foundation could kind of compete with some of my other favorites. Now this concealer I'm going to be using a lot more on a regular basis. Right now my favorite concealer is probably the Milani one, either the Milani one or the e.l.f. concealer, but this one might be kind of contending, so we shall see. This foundation is really lightweight, and so is the concealer. I haven't felt it on my face all day, and it hasn't transferred. I haven't had any problems with transfer, so that's pretty good. Maybe this side probably will get some transfer, but this side I haven't had any transfer, and I've like bumped my face on stuff. And that completes today's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave me a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. If you've already tried this foundation or the concealer, please leave me your thoughts below. I would love to know your opinions on it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.